Welcome back, my dear students. This is another video about the perfect markets and the characteristics of the perfect markets or the perfect competition. So let's go back and check out what we came for today, and we'll see the theoretical part here. Then the practical part will be at the end of the this video. Okay. So now let's see. There are four market structures. As you know, there are four market structures. The first one is the perfect competition. Here is the one, the perfect competition. The second one is the monopolistic competition. The third one is oligopoly. And the fourth is monopoly. Okay, what are the difference between them? We just want to say that on the perfect competition, the number of business working or the business firms who are working in the markets is so many. Like as example, the farming or the stores, superstores, or whatever. So this is the perfect competition. Numbers of business are very many. Too many of them are working, and the standard products, the product is standardized or homogeneous, like all the products are the same. So here the standard product here, all the products looks like the same. They have the same specifics, the same characteristics, and even the substitutes of this product are also the same. They have all the characteristics very similar to each other, and they are like alternates for the consumer, so he can switch in between them, freely to switch in between them. Okay, entry and exit of business is very easy in the perfect competition. It's very easy to enter the market and very easy to exit out of the market in the perfect competition. It's very easy. So no problems in entry and no problems in exit. Uh, the market power, there is no any market power for you. You cannot determine the price. You cannot determine the price in the perfect competition. I'm talking about the perfect competition. I'm talking about the perfect competition. So the market power, no, you cannot enter the market. Examples like the farming, fishing, or the small shops which you see everywhere, the convenience shops, all this, because they cannot allocate prices, they cannot decide the prices. They are very easy to go into the markets and get out of the markets, no problems for them. And at the same time, there are many of them everywhere. You will find around by the corner, you will find groceries. So all those are perfect competition examples. So again, we'll say about the perfect competition, the number of business who are working in the perfect competition are so high. They are so much working there. At the same time, the standard products always standard means all the products are homogeneous, all are having the same specifics in satisfying the consumer needs. The exit and the entry from the markets or to the markets, in all the cases, they are very easy. It's very easy to get into the market or get out of the market. Very easy. It's just a decision like. And market power, you don't have a power to determine the price. You do not have a power here. In the perfect competition, you cannot determine the price. Okay, because if you put another price, the people will not buy from you. People will go and buy from another shop or whatever. And the examples are, you have a lot of examples. Just remember the groceries or the farming or whatever. All those are examples for the perfect competition. The second kind is monopolistic. The monopolistic competition, actually, the second type of market structure is the monopolistic. What about the monopolistics? It's in some specifics and characteristics is similar to the perfect competition. Some of them, as example, number of business are many. There are many of them. Standard products, this is never so. The products here are not standardized, so you have a lot of alternates, and those alternates are different in satisfying consumer needs. They differ. As example, you will find the cell phones as example, or the restaurants. Okay, They are all applying food, but different type of foods. So this is the way it is. So how it works, they are not always similar in the service or in the product which they offer. It's different from one of them to the other. Uh, the exit and entry to the markets, it's not like the perfect competition actually, but still it's easy to enter or exit from the markets. I'm talking about the monopolistics. We are talking here now. Okay. The market power to some limit, to some extent. There are market power. Sometimes you can control your price. You can determine the price, but not left as is not freely as the perfect competition. Perfect competition, you don't have any power at all. You don't have any power at all. But here you have just a little power to put prices, to set prices, whatever. Examples like a lot of things like your cell phone, as example, the restaurants, some shops which have different types of products with different satisfy for the consumer. Okay, the oligopoly is also the third kind of market structure. The oligopoly, we have the number of business here is few, is not that much. The number of business are fewer than the monopolistic and fewer than the perfect competition. So the first thing in the oligopoly is few of them. Okay, the standard products, sometimes it's standardized, sometimes they look the same. The products are look similar to each other. They satisfy the same needs for each person. How about the entry and exit out of the markets? It's just a little bit difficult to enter the market or to get out of the market. The market power, yes, still you have some power to determine the prices. The power here is to determine the prices. Okay. As example, the automobile factories, or what is you can say, we have a lot of examples for this. It's yeah. So automobiles. You have also examples like the kind of furnitures, types of furnitures, like the also they have like the companies which is working in the medical equipments. Those are also working here. Okay. How about the monopoly? Monopoly, no. You are the only one. You are the king. You are the queen. No one else except you. So only one is working in the markets. He's having something specific which is not available for other shops or for other offering people who offer the service or the product. He is alone or she's alone in the market, no one else. So on the monopoly, you are working alone. No one, no competitors for you. Okay. The standard is not applicable. The standardized is not applicable because no one else. So how it will be standardized? You don't have anybody else is competing with you. So you are alone. How about the entry and exit of the markets? It's very difficult, of course. It's very, very difficult to get into the market or to get out of the market. The market power, of course, you are the only one for the market power. You are the only one. So it's you have very big market power. The examples like the public utilities, as example, the some in some of the countries in the third world, like the electricity, the hydro, all this are dominated by the government sector. So they are the one who set the prices. This is the price for the kilowatt. They set the prices for the cubic meter of consuming water. So no one else can decide the prices. They are the only one because they are the only one who offer the service. So they are the only one who can determine the prices, right? This is the first point. Again, we'll talk about this. Here we go. We have the four kinds: the perfect competition, the monopolistic, the oligopoly, and the monopoly. And we set back each one of them, but actually this schedule or this table, and I put the resources down for this table, so you might see it. It's the reference or book here, and it's very nice because it's summing up all the characteristics of the whole markets together. Okay. The perfect competition, the monopolistic competition, the oligopoly, and the monopoly. So here is the perfect competition back. Perfect competition markets have three main features: many buyers and sellers, standard products, standard or harmonized or homogeneous, and easy exit and entry from the markets. The monopolistics, again, like I'm reviewing, competitive markets have three main features: many buyers and seller, here, many buyers and seller, and slightly different products, and easy entry and exit. The oligopoly and monopoly. The oligopoly, it is like a few business, but not only one. Okay. Protected by entry providers, provide standard or similar products. About the monopoly, it's a single business protected by entry barriers, provide a product with no close substitutes, actually, nothing to reveal, nothing to replace. Okay, the entry barriers here. What are the entry barriers for the markets? What are the entry barriers of the markets? There are actually six main entry barriers to the markets. What are they? The first one, increasing return to scales, the market experience, the restricted ownership of resources, the legal obstacles, if you have anything like the patents or copyrights, market abuses such as the predatory pricing. What is the predatory pricing here? What is the predatory pricing? Predatory pricing is when one country tend to put the prices of its products down when they are exporting to another country. When they export to another country, they set the prices down. So they are like the predators. Everyone go and buy their own items, and the other alternates will sales will slow down. The problem, it's some consider it's kind of an ethic problem, because predatory, they consider it like using tools of competition, which is considered like illegal to some extent for some countries, but not for all of them. So the predatory pricing is when you put the prices so low, you lower the price of your products, and this in return, so you will take a very big slice of the market share. You will control, and you will have the power over the markets, because people will come, your product will be highly demanded, and other products, of course, or the alternates, will almost fail down to be sold. This is also one of the main entry problems or barriers. Okay, after this, the advertising here, the advertising, it's very is the most common in oligopoly. In oligopoly, the advertising is very known. Okay, what about the market power? Market power is the business ability to affect the prices it charges. The market ability to affect, okay, my own power to affect about the price. Okay, I'm here now. I will say this item equals $10. I am the one who will set the price or affect in pricing. Okay, affect by a decision of mine in pricing. So this we call it the market power. How to affect the prices? How can you affect the prices? Okay. Uh, yeah. So here, uh, the total or the profit maximizing rule state that profit is maximized. You reach in the full competition to the maximizing your profit will go up to the maximum. Your profit will be maximum when the marginal revenue equals the marginal cost, and I will show you this in the practical part with another video, compared to this video or they will be together, I will show you how the competitor in a perfect competition will reach to the maximum profits when the marginal revenue equals the marginal cost. The word marginal means what will happen in the total by adding one new unit. The word marginal is what? Is the results of adding new units. So you stand and say marginal cost or marginal profits. Okay, if it is marginal costs, it means what will happen to the total costs if we add or if we produce one more unit. That is the meaning of the marginal. Again, the marginal means the outputs or the result of adding one more unit, the results of producing one more unit. Okay, and you stand and say, what is it about? Is it about the marginal cost or the marginal revenue? If it is the marginal costs, that means that what will happen in the total costs or the change in the total cost due to adding only one product or producing one more product. Okay, how about the marginal revenues? The same thing. What will happen to the revenues if I add one more unit? Okay, uh, I just want to explain it on the board here, like give an example for it. I will give example for this as example. What is the marginal? And we'll apply it on the total costs and on the total revenues. Let's say those are the number of production. This is the number of the production or number of units. Number of units. Number of units. And let's say here 1, 2, 3. A small example. This is total production, total costs. Let's say this is the total cost. And I want to calculate the marginal cost. So I would say total cost $100. This is 120. This is 130. So to calculate the marginal, which I was talking about just now, the marginal cost, to calculate the marginal cost, so the first in the total will be the first in the marginal. It will be 100. Then I will subtract 120 minus 100. This will give me 20. Then I will subtract 130 minus 120. That will give me 10. So the marginal cost is the difference or the change in the total costs due to producing one more unit. So change in the total cost, 120 minus 100. Equals 20. Due to adding one more unit. I was only one unit, I produced only one unit, now I'm producing 2 units. And the same thing. If it is about the revenues, the same rule is applying, but the word only. What we will do here is remove the word cost and put the word revenue. So it will be like this, revenue. And this is marginal revenue. It's the same idea, nothing is changed. So here we go back, it's the same idea. Let's say here 150 and this is 200. Another example. So you will take the first number of the total and put it here. Here The 100, you will fix it or write it down here. Then 150 minus 100, that will give you 50. 200 minus 150, that will give you 50 as well. Or we can change the numbers. The same idea. The change in the total revenues due to adding one more product. Due to adding one more product. What's happening in the totals? Due to adding one more extra product. This extra product, if you are talking about the costs, then you will say this is a marginal cost. If you are talking about the revenues, then you will say this is a marginal revenue. Let's go now to the to check the questions of this part, the practical part here, just for seeing the questions. Did you understand or no? Many features of perfectly competitive markets are: for the perfect competition, are they many buyers and sellers? Are they standard products or all the above? So yes, they are like this: many buyers and sellers, and the standard products, an easy exit and entry from the markets. So this is the full competition. The second one, many features of monopolistic competitive. The monopolistics are many buyers and sellers also, but slightly different or similar, no, different products, an easy entry and exit, the same thing. So all the above. So as you see, it's not only standardized, there's some slight difference. And this is the only difference between the perfect and the monopolistic. The third point which we talk about today is the main enter of the third question: many entry barriers in oligopolies and monopolies, like increasing returns or scales, making experience, market experience, restricted ownership of resources, and legal obstacles like the patent and the market abuses like the predatory marketing, which we talk about. So it is all the above. Those are, we said, there are 6 entry barriers. There are 6 of them. Others is number 4, in the oligopoly. Dots business provides standard or similar pure products, few standard or similar products. Yeah, it's a few. Yeah. The profit maximizing rule states that profit is dots when marginal revenue equals marginal cost. And we will see this with example when we work on it in the perfect competition. We'll make a table and see how we will get the maximum profits. So it is maximized. So the profit maximizing result states that profit is maximized. Here the word maximized, because the maximum profits we get when the marginal revenues equals the marginal costs. Number 6, a business breaks even while maximizing profits. It occurs when prices equals minimum average cost. That's another, the shutdown, when it equals the minimum costs. A business breaks even. A business ability to affect the prices it charges is called market power. Number 7, a business ability to affect the prices it charges is called market power. It's true. Number 8, marginal revenues is change in the total revenues divided by change of outputs, and that's true. Okay, so, or for adding one more or selling one more product, for the revenues for selling one more product. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you.